No, doesn't use dust. Gets the slippers. But, oh, you do get this. This could get some damage. Wow, another ensnare. I think that's everything. Oh, he's really trying to kill it. Oh! That's crazy. Do you get the other ensnare? The Rain of Fire! Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Nick Oldhead video. Today, we are going over Orcbrave. Yes, some Orcbrave games. Orcbrave is a W3 Champions ladder grinder, orc player. And currently, I believe, ranked 7 on the Grandmaster ladder there. And I'm really focusing on this video because there's a strategy that I love. I haven't watched these games yet, but I have seen the strategy deployed. So we're really interested in Orcbrave's approach to this matchup, let's just say. And you know, this matchup, hey, it's a volatile one. We got Blademaster and we got Farseer. As you guys know, Orc is kind of in a strange mirror matchup situation. It's either like Rush to Tauren, or you get Tower Rush with a Farseer or a Firelord, right? You know, there's also the Blademaster versus, you know, Tauren Chieftain. That sometimes happens because it's if you go Blademaster, a Shadowhunter versus Farseer, Tauren Chieftain. That's a very often situated matchup. And then you start getting into, you know, how important a Spirit Link is for the Tauren Chieftain to not die immediately to the Blademaster once you get level 3. It's all this cool stuff. But now we see a little bit of a tech differential. You see how Ice over here, another great ladder player, this tech is about to happen now, right? Because you had this delay on a lumber, but you see we have a much faster tech on behalf of our Orcbrave. So let's go into Orcbrave's view here, because what we're really trying to do is stall. We're trying to stall as much as we can. We don't even have our barracks up yet compared to Ice, who has a grunt on the map. That grunt on the map is, you know, it's currently threatening to get the last hit on this wolf. It's important because if the, let's see, do you get the last hit? No, so you don't get the last hit. Would have been nice, but we do get the resummon. Really important when you're playing Farseer to never give the Blademaster any extra experience. Interesting how the Ice doesn't even go for the last hit. Just, I guess, is really concerned with the steal, so you're just going to chase the Farseer. As that happens, though, you are getting this denied lumber. So, you know, just look at the economy here. The lumber on behalf of Ice, 148. A lot of that is being delayed here. And meanwhile, lumber on behalf of Orcbrave, 203. Just fine and dandy. And you already have your third burrow. So look at that. A whole burrow ahead, and you have more lumber. So something you can just kind of... Oh, this is nice, too. The delay of the third burrow. Something you can judge a good Farseer harass by is how many casts of a Spirit Wolf are you able to get before you have to run like this. You see, eventually the blade can get angry. Use Windwalk, used all the Windwalks, and then UTP. So kind of nice how you made the blade use all the mana, but close. I feel like you could have easily died there. More denying, but yes, this is why we're watching the video. For those of you who weren't already spoiled, and I'm sure what will be the inevitable thumbnail, this Pitlord is really interesting, and you better believe I'm going to try this out myself, right? This is going to be just a strategy I try, because cleave is very efficient at creeping. You know, look, it almost killed this rabbit here, but cleave is very efficient. So it allows the Farseer, for example, to, you know, be doing this harassment. And all the while, when you decide to creep this, you just attack move. You know, it's very easy. It's much easier to creep than like Shadowhunter creeping. Man, look at that. The Pitlord, oh, so much. Now you do have to keep running though. Wow, this Farseer is getting bullied. And you see the Blademaster just like represents such significant physical damage, and it's all single target. But the Pitlord represents significant physical damage, but it's spread. So this is, you see, kind of the nexus of this strategy here. Oops, so yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a healing potion. Okay, there it is. And oh, this looks dangerous for the Farseer, right? You have so much mana on the blade. Oh no, crit. got into use. Ooh, oh, dust. Dust. Oh, can't get out. Look, oh, look. And the war mill. Hey. Orcbrave, gotta give it up. Man, see, this is the advantage you get when you have a good base build. Did Orcbrave know that this was closed off? Probably. You have this one kind of passage to your base. And this is definitely a wall-off situation, so not bad. Now we're just going to creep, right? What do you do in the meantime? Okay, so we're ice here. We're going serpent wards. I do like the decision to go serpent wards because you need to creep fast. Howl of Terror. Look at that damage negation. It's essentially giving armor to the grunts. By the way, if you're going to go Howl of Terror, I think you owe it to yourself to get an armor upgrade. Help out that Howl of Terror. Though I will say there is no war mill on behalf of Orcbrave here. So if we are trying to emulate this build because we love the Pitlord, but the lack of war mill is troubling. Now what has Ice gotten out of the war mill? No upgrades just yet, and haven't built a headhunter. So just gotten a little bit faster lumber. Oh, that should be a dead shadow on it, right? Oh, no surround. Almost. These raiders are going to see if they can get the flank. Right? Uh-oh. Raiders coming. You may want to get the... Yeah, get the Pitlord right in there. Oh, this is such a good fight for the Pitlord. Pretty good, though, actually, to focus the raiders. The only way to defend the Shadow Hunter is to fight back. Yeah, but then you eventually get the raider, and that's a good kill. Really nice confirming that kill. We have good macro there. And this is... Ooh, the Blademaster coming as well. Dust is useful. I sometimes forget how important dust is because it's like a debuff, you know? So this is not as safe for the blade as it would be normally. Do you get the kill? Oh, that's gotta be annoying. The blade runs away with the skin of his teeth. But for Brutalis here, this is just fine. Everything's dying. Everything's dying. All of Ice's units are dying. That's experience for the Pitlord. Ay. So I just feel as if I'm liking the Pitlord because normally... Oh, nice Blademaster. Going to pick up that grunt. One shot. Ooh, the crit. Hey, leave it to Blademaster to keep up in this way. But, sometimes the Blademaster can just really outscale the Farseer player. Nice. Even though you don't have any of the active abilities to deny that steal, you do get the ensnare and the auto attacks here. Are you just going to TP? Oh, wow. TP to save the potion. I guess you just needed to get out there. Another good use of dust by Orcbrave. You can tell that Orcbrave is really used to playing anti-Blademaster. And that's kind of what I'm feeling this Pitlord is. It's kind of anti-Blademaster because, you just get so much damage in the fights. And Howl of Terror, too. Not bad, right? Causing the Forest Troll Priest to use the mana on Abolish, not bad. Or I guess you're not attacking. Almost really close kill there, by the way. This dust is insane, and you're really glad you didn't give the Boots of Crowflaws there. Nice Gauntlets of Ogre Strength for the 1k Brutalis. Remember, the Pitlord was recently buffed, right? That's, important. Now I'm recently buffed. But, Brutalis doesn't need all the strength, and apparently he's correct. He sells the gauntlets and he sells the boots. Now I personally would maybe kept the boots on the Pitlord. I don't know, you get attack speed, you get armor, seems like a pretty decent item. Hey, you get one more chance. It's pretty good, increases attack speed, but it's just not as good as the gloves. Though someone do the math. I know Gloves of Haste particularly scales well with agility, right? Because one is your attack speed, and then one increases that attack speed. So doesn't having the boots particularly scale well with the gloves? I think that may be true. Now this is really nice Orcage by Ice. Although we're looking at Orcbrave, it is kind of nice to watch an Orc mirror because you can learn from all players. This is just good scouting here, it's really hard for Orcbrave to get this little cheeky expansion attempt because, you have the Blademaster scouting. Now, the Farseer could also be scouting and doing that harassment, but It's a little too dangerous to travel alone because of the Shadowhunter, Hex, and Raiders. So instead, you just creep fast, and like this is a very fast creeping army. Okay, so the Warmill now is getting reinforced defenses and spike barricades. So pure base defense. Wow. So is ice. So definitely spike barricades. That's an important upgrade in the mirror, and obviously, as you see why, look how much damage these units are going to take because of the spike barricades. Look at that. The base fighting back. But uh-oh. Do you have pillage? Do you have... Never. Why is it every orc player always gets pillaged a little too late? Pitlord has a nuanced siege potential because of this, right? This is actually really good stuff for the Pitlord. Yes, they got triple kill, and it makes this repair really tricky. Nice ensnare on that. Ooh, ensnare, devour. That's a brutal combo here. This looks good for our Orcbrave, because this stronghold is not going to die. Uh-oh, that spike barricade kill. Okay, so we do get a TP back. And are we fighting under burrows? I maybe just put the peons in burrows now, because this is the final fight. Okay, we saw the Pitlord attack the Great Hall, but we are good. Yes, attack. The Pitlord just needs to keep swinging. Swing on these raiders right now. Yeah. Nice Hollow Terror on the blade. -9 on everything. Blade taking some damage, but the Farseer is getting hit. Past the potion of greater invuln. The Pitlord had it. The burrows are doing nice. Yeah, this seems GG. Look at that. So like at the end of the day, this Pitlord was never challenged. Like never went. I mean seriously, this Pitlord was never challenged and did a lot of damage. There's more, obviously, right? Cool part about this particular strategy is that these players face again. So we're gonna go right back to Orcbrave versus Ice. They're both playing Season 25, trying to be the best orc on the ladder. Alright, now Orcbrave, I did like that Pitlord. Alright, that Pitlord was good. I think we can all agree that Pitlord was like a little spicy. It was spicy because you could see the opportunities for kind of like autopilot strategic win. Like, okay, sure, you're doing damage to my Farseer. My Farseer's on the run, but all that time you have a Pitlord fast creeping. Pitlord's one of those heroes that like you likely shouldn't let creep, right? Because you're gonna eventually start facing level 2 cleave, and how do you outvalue that? You're a race that needs to buy your healing with healing salve, so it's really tough. Blademaster versus Farseer again. This is the Marvel versus Capcom rival of the orc, right? Orc versus orc matchup. Do you go the Marvel side and do you pick the Blademaster, or do you pick the Capcom side? You go the Farseer. It's just two completely different styles for us to play in the same arena here. You see, the Blademaster wants items early, so we're going to kill this turtle first, and we're going for Mirror Image instead of Windwalk. So Ice went Windwalk last time. That made the Blademaster had to be active, had to do things. But we actually see the same build going on behalf of Orcbrave. So the same fast tech and the same fast harass. So these wolves are going to get routed straight back once we see orcs here. And sure enough, it is. Greatest item you can get, Slippers of Agility. These going to cancel the Voodoo Lounge, because I think the Voodoo Lounge is low enough. Nope, don't even go for the Voodoo Lounge. You go straight for the peons. Interesting. These two grunts, not sure if they meant to aggro those. They're probably chasing a wolf. Or chasing something or other. But the creeping will not continue, actually. It looks like, this is what they were doing. It looks like they were creeping. They weren't chasing a wolf. And it's nice how the mirror image could potentially tank while the grunts continue to fight. Now, I think at this point, you like that the Blademaster's not creeping. You've seen the fact that your opponent isn't teching and you are teching. So it's like, Mamma Mia, this already looks a little not so good for Ice. Because you just need to tech. But it's so delayed. And you're so delayed. Nice. I like this. This creeping is good. Getting the mirror image tanking. That should have been happening a long time ago. But we also have a very late tech. So look at the speed of this. So if you race to Tauren as the Farseer player here, don't you just like win? Your tech so much faster. So, I don't know though. Ice has the blade superiority. Nice abilities here. So you pull half these creeps, which allows this unit here to get in. Now, not really microing it the best, unfortunately, Ice, but I get it. There's a lot of things happening. Good eye on Orcbrave to kind of see where their opponent wants to operate and then decide, okay, this is where I'm going to place my wolves. You know, this is where I'm going to make it happen. Now, of course, our friend the Pitlord wouldn't be a Orcbrave versus Ice video. Now, this is just cool. Are you really going for the big camp? Wow. You're really pushing the creeping to the next level here. So, you know, you think you're big and bad, Ice, getting this big camp? Yeah, you're the mirror image. Yeah, right. We have Pitlord, Asgalore, tanking everything. Getting another Boots of Quel'Thalas on the Pitlord. But now we're happy, so now we need to kind of re-situate ourselves. Yeah, and the wolves were helping there too. And you notice how the Farseer was around? We summoned the wolves again, maybe? Yeah. Uh-oh, you're going to need to TP. Or maybe you don't. Yeah, maybe you don't TP. Maybe you fight back. Uh-oh, that was bad. That's just a mirror image. What am I thinking? The real one's right here. Bum bum bum. You may have to TP after all. I mean, I guess not. You don't have wind walk. You're just gonna have to run away. Yeah, speed scroll away. That grunt lives. Goganash may not live. May just TP. Yeah. So Goganash TPs. Does all you can do. All the damage you can do. This grunt is. I mean, may just sacrifice them. Oh no! It gets right back to base. Interesting. Full HP grunt. Oh, Ice. Man, nice move, Ice. Getting that grunt. I'm sure that gave you... Did that give you level 3? Just very good, very good. Heads up play. So we have the Spirit Walkers. So yeah, Spirit Walkers and Cleave. That looks like kind of take advantage of the Pitlord's big health pool. Mantle of Intelligence. It's going on the Farseer. You know, one of the rare items the Farseer likes to see. It's not that the Farseer doesn't like all items. It's just you only want intelligence. More mana. So this is again where the strategy of Orcbrave does well when, you know, look at the creeping differential, by the way. This is so funny. When it's nighttime, this can happen, by the way. Both players are within earshot of each other. But just by the way the map works, this is good map making, by the way, you know, because it creates some tension here that both players are essentially creeping at the same spot. But, you know, I think Orcbrave has the advantage in terms of creeping speed. Simply because of the Pitlord. Now what happens? I think at this point Ice will maybe go to the shop next. Will they ever even know that it happened? They were so close. Ice is scouting. Just sees it gone. So it was like, crept the shop. It's got to be around. Sees that spark of green. And Orcbrave's back to the base. So okay. Information swap. We are getting a... Who has pillage? Does anyone have pillage? Yeah, we have to defend, I suppose. Interesting. The raider difference. The raider difference. You had a raider, so you figured you had to defend. Shadowhunter pops out. That's also maybe why you TP. You don't want your Shadowhunter to be stranded. I don't know. This seems good for Orcbrave because as both orcs now rush to creep, which I'm assuming you should be doing, Orcbrave. Or what, are you starting a push here? Bringing the peons? Oh, old school. Bringing the peons for Spirit Link. I mean, it is good. It's always a good practice, right? You want as many units as possible. That's why Kodors are good as well. But this looks like a tower situation. Oh, wow. Look at that nice Ring of Protection +5 on the Pitlord. Scroll here. This is a tempo. Oh, whoa. Sped through that one. That was a... Okay. Okay, so here we are. Alright, we're not going to speed past accidentally. We're not going to speed past this time. So Orcbrave is going for the tower attempt. We want an ensnare here because, great, these two grunts are essentially dead. I mean, that may have just lost Ice the game, unfortunately. Like, ouch. Losing those two grunts for free is really bad. You are... Maybe you just get a Tauren. You know, it seems important to get a Tauren here, but I guess we do need to disenchant the wolves. And we're fighting. Yeah, we need to disenchant the Howl as well. Howl's doing -4. Despite the... and the Kodos have to... coming in, so Ice has to go back, but now you're putting in the towers. Look at the Pitlord here. Just look at the damage. Swipe. Swipe. You're just hitting the Blademaster. Just keep hitting the blade, yeah. Alright, you can really quickly find the real one, huh? It's gotta be this. It's gotta be this one. That's the real one right there. Pitlord, turn around! There you go. Alright, though, this is like, there you go, that's a little better to see. We have Orcbrave in the blue here. Yeah, this seems like a pretty decent hold, though. I mean, I like the Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards are a really good heads-up choice, especially bringing out the peons, but nah, this seems solid, though. I mean, look at the Orcbrave heroes. You're just killing so much. Level 2 wolves. Level 2 wolves, right? We get 1 tower up. 1 tower up is actually significant. Yeah. 1 tower up allows you just the passive damage. We have a tower up. Uh-oh. Now, I love how the Pitlord can choose to tower as well. Here I'm thinking this is like a late game strat. And that you would always rush tier 3, but no, you don't. You just go for Adept Spirit Walkers. And Adept Spirit Walkers are actually pretty good because, I mean, look how much damage they do against Taurens. Kind of liking this strategy here because this Tauren is normally so dominant versus, like, Grunt Raider, but Mazuru's army is relatively weak to Spirit Walkers. Look at the damage it's going to be doing. You have the Disenchant, of course, for the mirror image. But yeah, they do a lot of damage. Look how much damage these Spirit Walkers do to the Torrent. You know, it's real solid. Gonna get a Disenchant over there. Nice. We see the real one. Now, the Disenchant proves valuable. 1 more Disenchant, and the Pitlord gets to level 4. Ah, I love when you get a Voodoo Lounge near the enemy base. This really does look like curtains. The towers are just very helpful. Applying pressure when you don't need to. You don't need to risk any of these units' HP. Yep, just let the summons do the work. Rain of Fire, like that. Yeah, might as well. If this was Rain of Fire 2, that'd be even more impressive. Is it Rain of Fire 2? Let's see. Probably gonna do it again. Nah, we don't know if it's 2 or not. I mean, we're probably getting level 2 Cleave, level 1 Howl, and then Rain just for this Siege here, because you have the mana. Easy Disenchant. Doesn't know which one's the real one. Yeah, that was a cheeky tower, but this seems over. The reason I, as an Orc player, like to watch these games is because sometimes you can just see the way the units stack up against each other. That's a brutal sight when you're getting towered and all of a sudden they get fortified armor. You're like, uh-oh. Yeah, the Pitlord doesn't need to die, so he can retreat. Potion of Healing. Yeah. Potion of Healing, Healing Salve. Now it's just a matter of micro. Okay, you have to calm down. Click your units. Click Healing Salve. Numlock, all that. But you're fighting. You know, Ice is fighting. I will say. Now, I'd maybe stop fighting at this point. When my peons are dying, I think I'd maybe stop fighting. But, you know, that's why I'm not a Grandmaster. Oh, we're going to get some more Disenchants. Yeah, the Disenchant's really good. I like how the Pitlord allows you to spam Spirit Walkers because you have a front line. In the Farseer and the 2 Wolves and the Pitlord, you have a decent front line for Spirit Walkers. Yeah, look at this. Just slowly siege. Aren't you eventually going to lose this? Yeah. Oh, that's bad, Ice. You needed to have that rallied. Yeah, that practically calls it. Yep, that calls it. GG. Man. So the Pitlord is also a siege monster, right? If you need to tower, Rain of Fire is so good. It's brutal, brutal. Not bad. But there's got to be more. Yep, there's one more game between Ice and Orcbrave, and come on, this is going to be the... Will the Pitlord reign supreme again? It does feel like the Pitlord is doing well these games. But it's also because, I don't know, maybe the Farseer has like such a decent early game where it just happens like that. So let's see. Let's see how that works, shall we? Okay, let's get all this situated. We got Orcbrave in the blue and Ice in the red. Alright. So Altar of Storms first. Love to see it. Still the one burrow tech. We see this now. Orcbrave has a style. Not changing it. No second burrow. Will tech before the burrow. Will tech before anything else. Tech to tier 2 before your hero comes out. Isn't a thing of beauty, right? The fast. What a fast tech. In comparison, you see this tech's much slower. You have the barracks. You have the Voodoo Lounge. So, you know, we have on behalf of Ice a more standard Warcraft 3. And you have on Orcbrave, I'd say a pretty greedy ladder style. Not ladder style because it's very much like a good build. But I just feel as if, man, Orc versus Orc for me is always this Farseer versus Farseer rush fest. But that's probably my MMR. Let's see how Ice handles it this time. Orcbrave doing the thing that a Farseer player should do, be in 2 places at once. This is what the Blademaster can't do, so you have to sacrifice grunts and the health from those grunts. Don't give the kill to the grunt though. That'd be bad. Yeah, you're gonna need to resummon right now. Good. Resummon, and do you creep? I was thinking if you were near the green camp you could just creep, but we may even get this green camp, but we may go back to harassing. On the flip side, we have Ice just at their base. Don't think this is Windwalk, right? This is Mirror Image. We'll see. No, it looks like it's Windwalk. Very annoying here because this peon has so low health. Yeah, there you go. Orcbrave doing significant damage to his opponent right now, but the mental is also annoying because you're like trying to creep. Okay, good creep. Got 2 gloves of haste. Gets to do that cool thing where the grunt just trades tanking, so now you salve them both. Walking healing fountain. And Orcbrave. Oh, is that a surround? No, but it's free damage. You're gonna need to get out. Oh, wow, the Pitlord just comes early. No way. Okay. So this is a different strategy. Full on rush. Pitlord using Rain of Fire. Wow, I mean, not bad. But now what do you do? Because the Farseer had to run. But, you know, we just have Rain of Fire. Caster Pit. Buys Staff of Teleportation. Yeah, you need to teleport. Oh, no. Okay. That's unfortunate. Had the miss micro there, but ended up just buying Boots of Speed. And the Blademaster just runs away. That's funny. Yeah, you're like, what can I really do here? Oh, this is an odd one. No creeping on behalf of the Pitlord this time. This time we're really just trying to stick it to the man. Yeah, do damage. Oh, you dust. Okay, yeah, you dust, but you still get hit. That's rough. Windwalk didn't save you from as much damage as you may have calculated. It did save you from some damage, but not everything. Now the Shadow Hunter's here, so it's going to kind of change things. 1 hex equals 1 hit, 1 kill, as they say. Good creeping, good creeping. So this map can be slow, so it can be hard to find a time to creep. As in, sorry, not slow. This map can be short distance, so sometimes you're always clashing with the a player, so you don't have time to creep. But it seems as if both players are saying, nah, we're going to actually try to be avoidant. Both players being a little avoidant here, you know. Yeah, by creeping it so close here too. This is again a little safe position. Such little units actually, and we're creeping. That's just kind of the nature of orc versus orc. Doesn't want to finish this guy. Just nah, the frost armor makes it too much. Healing wards don't have a high food count, but it is a good item. It allows you to creep a camp very efficiently, you know, especially one maybe a little higher than yours. This is where the Pitlord, you know, is doing well here, because once you get level 2, then you're going to get cleave, and then cleave can start really doing quick work to some of these creeps. It would be nice to have the Blademaster windwalk away here, right? Because you want to give the Shadow Hunter that experience. Healing ward down. And we have 2/2 on Orcbrave. So the strategy is simple. You want to do this? Pick Farseer, harass. And then with the Pitlord, you creep. Creep, creep, creep. Now let's see what the Blademaster does. Creeping with rain. Of course you're going to get this Ogre Magi stolen. Orcbrave won't see it coming. Does he use dust? No, doesn't use dust. Gets the slippers. But oh, you do get this. But this could get some damage. Really tries. Wow, another ensnare. I think that's everything. Oh, he's really trying to kill it. Oh! That's crazy. Do you get the other ensnare? The rain of fire! Come on. That's hype. Nice. Orcbrave, Azalor. I mean, okay, don't worry. We're just going to Night Elf it and buy back the hero, but let's go Orcbrave. You know, just really trying to get that kill and making it happen. You know, some players they'd kind of give up the chase because it's just a little too demanding to do all that. I know it sounds crazy, but Warcraft can sometimes be like, is it worth it? Because I only have a limited amount of, you know, like focus in me. But, you know, despite the kill and everything, we're getting out-crept. Say it isn't so. We think we can expand. I love that. We have an superior army, perhaps. So we're expanding. There's no way you can kill this. Or I guess you can, even though all your damage makes the Granite Golem immune to it. This should be good. So you need to do the pull. Okay, yeah, you need to do the pull. Because then, or else you'd be getting clapped and stuff. Alright, nice. I stand corrected. Oh, good use of the healing ward. Oh, it's Ring of Protection. It's very good for the Pitlord. You have such high HP that armor goes a long way because, you know, you can take more hits. But you know we're going to like the item from him. The Granite Golem drops Claws of Attack plus 12. That's so good. Even Pitlord would love those claws. But, okay, good. Mini claws. You're happy about it. Just don't look at the opponents. Hey, they say the grass is always greener, right? In this case, the claws are always sharper. It's a creeping situation, and I just think that Pitlord is seems to be creeping more efficiently solo Pitlord in the other games. If I had to maybe predict why it seems as if Orcbrave is behind this game, is because you didn't have the creeping speed. But let's see how it goes. So you see the army here, and you notice, oh, there's fear in my opponent, not rushing in. But then you realize you have fear as well. Now the Blademaster should be here. Yep, scouting ahead. Now, and this is what you gotta be careful about. It seems as if you've walked far away from them, but you haven't. Yeah. Uh-oh, Orcbrave. You're gonna get lightning procced? Yeah, because Orcbrave doesn't have tier 2. But the expansion. That expansion is well-timed. Well-timed. Probably gonna get a goblin. Oh no, there is none. I always think there's a shredder on this map, but there's not. Another Granite Golem here. Whoa, you get the Boots of Quel'Thalas and the Claws of Attack. This Blademaster is insane. Actually, we need to like... And the Helm of Valor. That is nuts. It's very good Blademaster. Jeez. I know this is a Pitlord video, but This is a very nice. This is a 1v1 game. Your items are cut out for you. I mean, the pendant of energy is decent. You know, you have the big potion with it, so you may actually reach the max, but it's so hard to actually be at 475 mana with the Farseer and such an active Orc vs. Orc mirror. Gotta love the fortified towers. That's a good sign, as in allows you to TP back and fight with an advantage. That's maybe what I do here. I'd maybe buy a TP with Orcbrave, a Pitlord, and then this TP to save the expansion. Or maybe I'm just TP hungry. Alright, so we immediately TP back to the main. Wow. Where is the Pitlord anyway? Pitlord's running the opposite of frontline. Oh, there's barely any creeps left. You gotta pick them up. Alright, I mean, this seems kind of over. Tauren, level 4 Blademaster, Spirit Linked, getting buffed by Endurance Aura. It's really tough. Now, the Pitlord does all of that, but just in a horizontal line against units. Less dark assassination with high crits. Okay. We feel like we've crept out except for the top left side. So that would be good. Now it is funny how we're just seems to be camping at this side of the map. We eventually get found out. Is this a strategy? Camp at one part of the map and let them approach you? Interesting. No, so it's not working. You let them fire. Get out of there. Okay. It's going to be a pretty good last fight. You'd think now's the time for Orcbrave to really pump it. You need to get tier 3. But just no, tier 3 avoidant. Instead, getting a bunch of units, I'm sure. Yeah, dude, those towers holding on for dear life. And it's useful, man. This sort of frustrating peon play. Yeah, come on. This is maybe annoying if you allow the Master Spirit Walkers to, like, resurrect that cow. Nope, the cow just resurrected. Yeah, you need to focus on these guys. But you can't. They're getting level 2 healing waves. Okay, stomp that hit 3 units. Blademaster taking some damage with the towers. It's kind of the lowest priority target. Now that Pitlord is. Just had to use a potion. That's a lot of damage all of a sudden. Tauren Chieftain is dead. Farseer is almost dead. Oh my gosh. We're all out. Except for this Kodo. Poor Kodo. Kodo's gone. Yeah, this looks like the demise of the Pitlord game. It has, you know what? I bet Ice was tired of losing to this. Ice is like, come on, I got this. I should be able to do this. I love the Rain of Fire combo shenanigans. It's got to be level 2. Because you're keeping it on. That's crazy. He has so much damage. It's not even your fault. So much damage. Resurrecting everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is so fast. Yes, you have. Oh no, and ice. This looks brutal. The res though, that's always satisfying. Because as an RTS, you're like, what? You're just resing units? Yeah, we are. We're just building them for mana. No, Ice! Your blade is so strong! Oh! Oh, so close. That was close. Okay, so now we're doing that thing with level 3 Chain Lightning. I love to see it. Uh-oh. Gold mine's running low. You got this? Yeah, okay. It was decent. Let's see what the Chain Lightning does. Oh, I wanted to hit this so bad. Come on, chain lightning. Do. Almost. Just one hit. Nice. 60 experience. 60 experience. Not bad. I can't believe you're defending this. I thought for sure you were a goner. When in doubt, creep it out. What should we do? Creep stew. Cook them up. Yeah, the chain lightning spam with the potion is all you need here. I feel like all of the other units are somewhat filler for those two goals, how they're going right now. Dude, this chain lightning. Level 2, here it comes. Chain lightning level 2. I really want this. You know it's gonna happen. Do. Alright. I think she's had... Oh! I'm dead. He's trying to speed scroll? Oh my god, you just died. But I guess it's really yet. Oh my god, the future. Now the Pitlord's gonna die? No way. That what a throw. Gold mines collapsed. Expansion up. I think Ice has this. I think Ice had it. Oh, that's rough. Orcbrave is left. Hey, Ice has left the game. Hey, interesting strategy. Love to see it. We're going to be going over more of these Pitlord games, but until now, thanks for watching. If you love Warcraft 3 and off-meta games like this, check the channel out. And, you know, we have all sorts of videos. And I'll see you on W3 Champions. Peace.